So then I started thinking, okay, well, what's a theory? Why is everybody wanting us to have self-driving cars? Like, why is it such a thing? We've talked about it a little bit in the past. So then I saw this.
I'm really sorry.
God, we're gonna die.
Let me. This especially say right now.
Oh my God!
Stop the car.
I'm never riding that child again.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Jerid,
Hey, what's up, you guys? Okay, I'm going to start this episode off with a very big disclaimer, and I thought I gave enough disclaimers in the last episode. Like, I feel like I went overboard on disclaimers, and it still didn't work. So when we kind of revamped the show to do more like just conspiracy theories, I got really excited because I do love this and I love talking about stuff like this. But part of me did get nervous because I started remembering, oh yeah, now I know why I stopped doing this.
Yeah,
and it's
right,
because talking about stuff like this, even with disclaimers, gets a little bit tricky. So basically the last episode went through hell. I'm not even gonna get fully into it, but it literally was like someone did not want that episode up. And it was becoming...
It was kind of suspicious.
It was getting so crazy. Like, video goes up, I'm excited about it, I'm proud of it. I'm like, oh, I like that episode. And then it was like, boom, it got hit with something. I was like, wait, what? Fixed it, boom. Basically, we had to remove like a whole chunk out of the video.
Yeah.
Two, actually, from two different people. And it was like, wait, what? I've never had that happen before. Like, I had to remove two chunks out of the video. Oddly enough, one of them was about the reptiles, which
Yeah, it was
like,
very suspicious.
No one wants us talking about reptiles.
I was like, noted, never again. No, kidding. But I mean, it really was scary, but I'm not going to stop doing this show. I'm not going to stop talking about these theories. So before we start this episode, all of these are theories. None of these are facts. We are just talking about popular theories that are currently happening in the world. They are being talked about on the news. They are literally talked about on TikTok, Instagram Reels. Anytime you open your phone, people are talking about these things. We're not talking about like things that are super crazy or super like problematic. Like, especially in the last episode, I was so nervous to talk about chemtrails because I personally am like, I don't believe that this is what they're doing, right? But it's one of the biggest conspiracies of all time. I want to talk about it. I want to have a conversation about it. I think it's fun. And I gave a whole thing about what it really is. Yeah. And even then, it still kind of had some issues. So going into this episode, I don't want to like not talk about stuff though. But I'm going to give even more disclaimers, and I'm going to say like, none of these are facts. And also like, I don't want to turn this show into we're the crazy people talking about the crazy things. But also, isn't it kind of fun to talk about some of the crazy stuff, even if it's crazy, and be like, we don't believe this, but...
Yeah,
right?
We can have a discussion for fun. That's what people do.
I go on Instagram and I see a reel that has like 10 million views talking about whatever we're talking about, and they're fine, but we get like our shit removed. And I'm just like, this, but listen, it's all for fun. It's all entertainment. We're not saying we believe any of this, and we're just trying to have a good time around the conspiracy table. Is that what we're calling this now?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's a good name. And it's not like we're making anything up from our own viewpoints. We're really just joining the conversation about these topics.
Yeah.
Okay, our first theory. Disclaimer. I do not believe that this is real. But I do have a theory on what it might actually be. We'll get to that later. Have you guys heard of Palm Beach Pete?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Jeffrey Epstein?
Allegedly.
There's a lot of things I've seen online where they do comparison photos or a little bit of investigative journalism behind the guy. And I just think what an incredible disguise it would be if you were, hiding someone in plain who sight. There's already a lot of mystery shrouded around how you went off, basically, and to come back as a personality that's on podcasts, is like killing it, is living the life. Well played. If that's the case, I don't condone it, but I mean,
it's fascinating. And if you don't know what it is, let me bring you up to speed and bring Chris up to speed because he hasn't heard of Palm Beach Pete.
This is the first thing that went viral.
Epstein is alive. Epstein is alive.
I mean, the guy in the video that everybody thought was Epstein ended up releasing a reaction, which I will say is weird because I think he's wearing the same outfit and it almost looks like he released it at the same time, which is pretty crazy.
I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm Palm Beach Pete. Some dude randomly filmed me while I was driving on I-95, unbeknownst to me. And the next thing I know, I'm a viral sensation. It's pretty crazy. I want to thank everybody for the positive comments I got from saying I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm just Palm Beach Pete. Going to play some tennis today.
Yeah, that's a pretty great name he's created
I
for
know,
himself.
he says it every time. He says, I'm not Epstein, I'm Palm Beach Pete.
Can I ask a question about that? Okay, we have more to get to, but before we get to this, question. So was he Palm Beach Pete before?
This is
Or
part
did
of
he
the...
create a
No,
brand?
he was Epstein before.
This is part of why people are weirded out, where it's like, it feels like he just came up with this. If like
Genius. Then he
like,
deserves
because
it.
his Instagram page, like Palm
my
Beach Pete,
God.
was created like right when this happened.
Stop.
So it feels like that's why it's like
sounds
the
like a joke.
That's why the theories are so like real. It's because it's like, wait, like
Okay.
we have another
This
video.
goes with my drink theory.
I'm shook today. Literally, I
Fake
bet.
viral moments.
Well,
It
yes,
really feels like
he
it.
probably was going about his everyday life, and every grocery store he was in, they were probably like, "You really look like Jeffrey Epstein."
I feel
and then
like
he
they was more
probably,
scared than that.
Yeah.
and then he probably got the light bulb idea of like, "Oh, I'm gonna hire like a 20-year-old to be like,
So one of the key things of
a liar."
of Epstein is that he.
Whoa, that's Palm Beach Pete.
Now I know it looks like Palm Beach Pete. This is Jeffrey Epstein.
Wait,
That
now
fucking
that
looks
you
like
show
him
this
so
video,
Palm Beach
crazy.
Pete needs a little more sun damage
that's the same person.
Here, so listen to how they pronounce
To achieve.
how they pronounce the F's.
As your firm, Mr. Edwards and Mr. Jaffe, has been described by the U.S. Attorney as perpetrating one of the largest frauds in South Florida's history by craft.
Wait,
Frauds.
did you say largest fart in
Fraud.
South
fraud.
Beach? Okay,
It's crazy, right? Palm Beach.
I did one of the
Pete-
largest
Pete
farts.
Okay, and then
should be
this
campaigning
is
in Hollywood to play.
That
this.
is
this is Palm Beach Pete, and then listen,
PBP.
and then this is PvP. Listen to what listen.
And some knucklehead films me.
stop.
He's doing this on purpose.
I need you to know, gun to my head, if you showed me those videos and said which one's Pete and which one's Epstein, couldn't tell you.
So he either is gunning to play Epstein or he is Epstein.
I know that's why it's so.
Palm Beach Pete from sunny Florida, not a cloud in the sky. I'm off to play some tennis. I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm Palm Beach Pete.
I can talk to, it makes no difference where I am. In fact, I'm still talking to the same person if I was at my home in Palm Beach.
But he lives in Beach.
But I'm here in jail.
Unbeknownst to me.
Again, unbeknownst to most people.
It's crazy.
Disclaimer.
It's crazy.
Disclaimer.
I know.
I'm not saying
We
it's
believe you,
actually
Pete.
Epstein, but also
Is he?
what? Ryland?
I mean, we're looking at PBP.
Well, if we're gonna go further down the rabbit hole, so people have mapped their teeth.
Stop. Stop it now.
The internet's crazy.
So people are. This is another thing. This is another one of the big things that people claim.
It's identical.
It's
The
him.
teeth are extremely similar on the bottom.
That's
Which is which? Oh, Palm Beach. So he's now gained a mole.
That was the only disguise.
But
I mean,
It's
it would be
almost
weirder.
identical.
It would be
now
weirder if
gay.
there was a mole like previous. You know, it's okay.
Right. But then if we want to go even further down, so this is the video of Palm Beach Pete. See this little tattoo he's
Don't.
got on his arm right here?
Oh, yes.
Well, actually, you know what's funny is there's another guy who has
oh my
tattoo
I need to go.
So he's
on his arm in the exact same place.
so he's really playing into this if he isn't him.
There's too many coincidences here. What the hell?
And so
Is he like trying to do something meta like Spider-Man
I
on
don't
Hollywood
wanna-
Boulevard?
I don't want to get. Okay.
is that meta? I think that's just the guy dressed like Spider-Man.
And no, I know, but he's like playing the real life
Right, yeah,
version
yeah,
of
yeah.
the. It's not like as on the nose.
This video about this kind of covers some of the stuff, but it's like so he went on TMZ, and even the TMZ people were like, "Here, I'll just."
Wait, hold on. Wait, in 2019, you're saying you lived in New York City?
Yes.
So you've been everywhere he goes.
All they were doing was asking Palm Beach Pete where he was living in certain years.
Every single
And he
time.
was telling them he was living in cities where Jeffrey was living at the same time. Him granting this interview with TMZ is part of basically his world tour of trying to prove that he is not the man everyone is saying.
Morning, everybody. This is Palm Beach Pete. I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm just Palm Beach Pete. I'm still not Jeffrey Epstein.
I think the deeper underlying purpose, it's obviously not him.
Yeah.
Obvious.
But I think listen to the tone of this conversation right now that involves his name.
Yes.
It shifted kind of the whole, when it gets brought up, maybe Palm Beach Pete is the more trendy topic to bring about. Like, we're all laughing like, oh my God, I'm using, like,
It's fun now.
Now we're celebrating this guy in a way, you know, and it's pretty interesting because it takes the mind to drift a little bit.
That is crazy.
So here's what I wrote down. Once again, I do not believe that Jeffrey Epstein is alive. I think he's dead. But I did write this down. Theory. Is this a distraction? Similar to when celebrities use body doubles to trick the paparazzi. Once again, I'm not saying I believe that, but it is interesting that we've now turned one of the biggest like monsters of all time into like a hilarious guy that we want on the podcast.
Yeah. No, that's a really good point.
Shout out to Palm Beach Pete, who's obviously a very unique character. He's an original. Nothing but what he says he is. He's not a bad guy. Palm Beach Pete.
PPP.
Jesus.
Whoa. Okay. That trip from the podcast to add dimension is more
working title.
But you know what's even scarier than disappearing from the podcast and going to an unknown area? Not having a website. Stay with me. Don't leave. Let me break this down. Do you have a small business? Do you have something you're trying to promote? Do you just have a bunch of different social medias and you kind of want to have a hub where you could put them all in the same place? Are you an actor and you're looking to send casting directors your resume, your demo reels? Do you make bread? And if so, why aren't you selling people the recipe on how to make the bread? You could do tutorials. There's so many things you could do if you had your own website. And I know it sounds really complicated and hard, but it is not. And Squarespace makes it so easy to create your own website. That's right. Today's episode is sponsored by Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Whether you're starting out or scaling your business, Squarespace gives you everything you need to claim your domain, showcase your offerings with a professional website, grow your brand, and get paid all in one place. And they have so many different features that will help you expand your business or promote yourself. Chris actually used Squarespace to create his website. Go check out his site. You can see all of his work, all of his beauty, all of his amazingness. And was it easy to create your site?
It was extremely easy, and I'm horrible with these sort of things. I could have never done it without Squarespace, truly.
Yes, it's so easy. It's drag and drop. You can personalize your website, make it look however you want, but the way that it works is very, very simple. And they have so many different features. They have email campaigns, which is huge. If you want to talk to your audience or promote a new product that you have, email campaigns is the best way to do that. You can reach all of your customers, let them know what's going on, what new products you have. You also can sell content. So if you want to sell video series on acting coaching or bread making. Do you make bread?
I have.
I feel like you're a sourdough boy.
Sourdough Spencer.
Document the journey of you making bread and sell that content. I'd pay for it. They also have a lot of great features for if you're a small business or if you're a nail tech or a hairstylist. You could literally book your clients. You could create your calendar, make a site to show all of your work. Squarespace is so easy, and they're giving you guys a very special offer. All you got to do is go to squarespace.com/grower for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code GROWER to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/grower. So thank you so much, Squarespace, for sponsoring. And also check out Spencer's soon-to-be bread website.
Sourdough Spence.
I loaf it.
It's the yeast you could do.
Wow.
It's just bread buns.
Speaking of making bread, some would say you could make bread. How do I do that?
How?
You know what? Forget about making bread. I would rather play DraftKings Casino. That's right. Today's episode is sponsored by DraftKings Casino. And they're giving you guys a very special offer. New players play $5 and get 1,500 flex spins. That's 50 a day for 30 days. Then you choose how to play across your favorite games like Huff and More Puff, Cash Eruption, and more. All you got to do is download the app and use code GROWER to claim 1,500 flex spins on your choice of slots. The crown is yours. Oh, it's heavy. Well, don't drop it.
It's on there.
Pick it up.
No, it's perfect.
Oh, good.
Ooh.
And as always, if you have a gambling problem, there is help. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. Non-withdrawable spins issued as 50 spins per day for 30 days. Valid for select games only and expire each day after 24 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Ends April 30th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. So thank you so much, DraftKings Casino. And the bread could be yours. No, the crown could be yours. All right, enjoy the rest of the episode. Okay, this next thing might seem funny and stupid and like, why are we even talking about this? What a joke. But the more I fell down the rabbit hole of what this actually means, and I'm sure Jared's gonna have something to say about this because I feel like we've talked about this before. This is a video I just saw where, well, let me just show you.
Scientists have literally put a fly into the Matrix. Scientists have uploaded the brain of a fruit fly into a computer, and now it lives freely in its own simulation. Look at this little guy. He's just there washing his hands, living his best life. It has no idea at all that it's in a digital world. Look at this, look at this. He's about to eat digital food. Oh, look, it's so tasty, right? Bro, this is wild. The way they demoed this was using 139,000 neurons and 50 million synapses from a real fruit fly brain. Built a neural model, plugged the sensory inputs, gave it a physics simulated body and environment, and just like that, the brain performs its natural behaviors of a fruit fly. But it's in a digital world and has no idea that it's in a digital world.
No
because how
way.
would it know? It's literally the Matrix. So the crazy thing to think about, if you really want to think about it, is what if that's us right now? Or what if it's something that could happen to us?
So a fresh new take on the simulation theory.
Do you know the show Upload?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard about it.
But yeah, it's like when you're reaching the end of your life, you can put your consciousness into like this, into like if you have enough money, I think you can like pay to put your like consciousness and live on forever in a thing. And it feels a lot like that, and that's real.
Right?
Oh, gosh. Yeah, it's real.
My brain exploded in the physical world when I watched this because I was like, okay, so the fly doesn't know. That I could throw up thinking about that. Yeah. Like the thought of him not knowing him, I'm giving him a gender, like him not knowing that he's not real is so crazy to me. So that's scary. But also like, why are scientists doing this? And if they're testing it on a fly, what's next? And then once they get to humans, what's the point? And then I read, but I don't know if this was AI or not, because a lot of news lately, I'll actually research it and it's literally AI. It does not
AI is
exist.
putting out its own news stories?
Yes.
What? No. I thought we were inside of the world where publications are having like staff be like, AI, write this article and then publishing it. But I didn't know we were in a world where like AI's publicating them.
We're in full dead internet mode. Like sorry, I'm getting on a tangent, but I also saw the same reel over and over again. It was like, first it was a girl and she was just like, have you guys ever wondered why blah, blah, blah. And I was like, next, this guy, have you guys ever wondered why? And I was like, what? 10 reels later, the same script, and then I looked into it and they were all AI and they were all made to promote some product and it's not real. And I was just like, I literally scrolled for 10 minutes and every single person was fake. So Jared, what do you think about this fly thing? Where is this leading us?
I mean, a couple of things that come to mind right away is one, is there a mortality for this fly now? Because flies only live like 2 days.
Right.
So in this metaverse matrix situation, is there an expiration date on the fly? Or, is it just going to live on forever? That's pretty interesting. But also maybe you could speed up the process of building intelligence. Like, I don't know if you ever watch Westworld. Have you ever seen the show? No. But the whole premise is, there's this amusement park for adults where the whole shtick is everybody within this amusement park is a robot, but highly realistic. I mean, you would never know if this was a robot that, was among us. It would look just like a person. Even in the show, the big reveal is always which one is a robot. Yeah. But one of the things is the robots, if they get killed per se, they go to a doctor or engineer that fixes them back up, makes them whole again. But there's a dial that could raise the consciousness, the intelligence, the emotional intelligence. And in like one of the episodes, a lady had the ability to do her own gauging and put it to like all the way up. And it was almost like she couldn't even fathom what she was even thinking about in that moment. It was just like too intense. But what if they're able to put a consciousness in there, dial it up to that point, and then decipher exactly what's happening? It might just be a way to harvest information. I don't know. It's all very much like, but what is the point? There has to be a point to it.
I kind of think maybe, so I started thinking about it and I was like, well, what would be the point of this, right? Then I got thinking, well, Sam Altman, right? The guy who created OpenAI. Well, if I'm his team and even him, I'm like, well, what if you just put my consciousness into this thing? If I'm unable to run the company or whatever, he'll do it. It's the same brain, the same mind, the same everything. Like that to me. And then it's like, then that becomes, well, what if we just do that for all of the smart people in the world? And then what if we do that for all of our bosses? And what if we do that what if we do that for ourselves and we don't have to go to work? Our consciousness goes to work and then we get to hang out and play. Like, is that where we're going?
But I even think, like you say, like Sam Altman's team, they're able to digitally quantify his consciousness and put it in this Matrix program. Can more than one of those exist of Sam Altman and be accessed independently? Because if so, because then Sam Altman could say like, well, hey, if you want me to run your company too, for like 10% of your company, I'll let you download my consciousness into your server.
It's like when you say like, oh, I wish I could clone myself. Like when you have too much work to do and you're like, oh, I wish I could clone myself so I could get all this work done. What if you can?
You could rent a clone, maybe.
Digitally clone yourself.
Maybe you could rent one for like $50 a day. That would be a service in the future.
I buy it.
Like, hey, I got to do some shit I don't want to do. Like
Weber.
There you go.
Weber.
Yeah.
It's like Uber.
I'm in.
Okay, well, speaking of cloning ourselves, this goes along the whole thing we were talking about of like dead internet and how nothing on Instagram or TikTok is real anymore, just a theory. Let me show you this reel that popped up that made me question everything.
Here's another one I did for Breeze. Create a Facebook ad for a soda alternative called Brez, pronounced Breeze.
You all, I cannot stop talking about this drink. It's called Brez, spelled B-R-E-Z, but you say it like Breeze, and it is my new favorite alternative soda. This flavor is lemon elderflower, super light, kind of floral, a little citrusy. It has microdose mushrooms.
And she's talking all about the product. Like, I didn't include anything about it. It's able to find it. These videos are absolutely insane.
That girl is not real, and the product isn't even fucking
If I was scrolling, I'd believe it.
I 100% believed it, and then I saw that reel, and look how far it's come. So 2 years ago, in September of 2024, we did our whole like AI conspiracy video, which is so crazy we should react to it or something, because
it's insane.
Everything we talked about has come true and has been worse. Like, remember
that could be rough for the disclaimer. Everything we talk about becomes true and it gets worse. Disclaimer: we do not believe any of this stuff.
None of it happened. So look at Ryland's fake avatar that we created just 2 years ago and how not very realistic it is.
Hey Shane, your instant avatar is ready. Try creating videos with it. Also, click the feedback button to share what you think. Hope you enjoy.
That was kind of like him.
I think it's pretty good.
It's not, but it gives you that, oh, it's AI, right?
So, I mean, but now AI is so good, dude. You could just put in a prompt to be like, hey, be me acting this part perfectly and send it. Can you just send that in as an audition?
Oh, for auditions.
Yeah.
Don't give him ideas.
That really unlocked something.
Imagine there's going to be a movie like, hey, we casted all the people. Where the hell are they?
I was thinking of, celebrities do cameo.
Oh my God. That is actually genius. Just a theory.
New theory.
So this is a clip. We used Ryland's avatar to make a clip. And here it is.
Hey guys, all of my vlogs have been a lie. Me and Shane aren't together. I don't even live in this house, and we rent the animals for filming.
It's honestly not that bad.
I kind of want to post it out of context.
I remember it took so long for us to get a sentence that was bad, but also they would let us make him say, because they wouldn't let us say any swear words at all. It was so annoying.
Well, we tried it yesterday because I was like, oh, do we still have Ryland's avatar? And so Spencer's like, yeah, we have it. I'm like, all right, let's see if it's gotten better. I'll let you guys be the judge.
Hey girlies, just wanted to pop on here to let you know that Shane was right during our last fight. I was totally in the wrong and I wanted to tell him sorry. Shane, I am actually sorry.
Shane, I am actually sorry.
Okay, I will say one thing. I asked Ryland to give a baseline video for this, and I've never heard him talk more like a robot in my life.
I think it's because he said you need to pause after every sentence, and so then I was like, "Hey, my name is Ryland.
That's how he talks. That's how he talks.
How else would I talk and pause at the end? I
You
can't
talk normal, and then you leave a gap.
I can't do that.
I didn't know what you were doing, but I heard him recording this, and I was like, why is Ryland talking like a robot?
So I think it's a little bit, I don't know. I think I'm bad at AI. It's a little bit of user error for me and Ryland together.
Now, speaking of all of that, and please don't get any ideas for this, then I saw this. Change your background. Change your outfit. So, okay, that was crazy to me because her background literally changed into a completely different one, and it didn't look green screened. It didn't look like weird or fake. It looked 100% real, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And I was like, how many people could you trick with that? Then I saw this one that really takes it up a notch.
The barrier of entry for high quality content is now so low because of AI. You don't need a perfect background, perfect makeup, or full setup before you hit record. I'll show you how to do this in less than 30 seconds.
And I'm like, nobody's gonna do this, right? Like,
I mean, that's what we thought about Facetune.
Right. In her video, she put comment AI to get a full step-by-step guide. 15.1 thousand comments, and they are all AI.
And they're all AI. Come on.
And same thing with the location one. That girl got 33.9 thousand comments, and it's all people. It said comment how to learn how to change your background in your outfit.
Clearly the same formula. Yeah.
I do think, though, all of this is going to result in there being a lot more value in being outside and interacting with real people. Like, at some point, people are going to want actual human interaction, and how can you guarantee you're getting that online?
It's a trend people are seeing with like really young people now, is that they value like in-person stuff way more. Like a concert is like, there's a reason concert tickets are so expensive too, is like kids are like willing to pay a lot of money because it's like, this is where we actually can live real life. Like,
yeah. Well, speaking of real life, there's nothing more real than school, guys. This is not a brand deal for school.
But I'd be open to a sponsorship from school.
Me too.
Hey, we're partnering with school.
Remember how why did I look at you? You didn't know me when I was 6. Remember how much I loved.
Wow, you just can't remember life without me.
I can't. But I did see this, and Jared has broken this down before, but in case you haven't seen that episode, I want to show this again. Once again, disclaimer. I am not saying any of this is true. I am not anti-school. I think school's great.
No, we're sponsored by school.
So yes, I'm not anti-school. I'm not anti-teacher. I love teachers. But I thought this was interesting, so I wanted to talk about it just because I think it's kind of entertaining and fascinating. So here we go.
John D. Rockefeller was one of the richest men in the entire world from the oil industry. And in 1903, he funded the General Education Board with a famous quote of saying, "I don't want a nation of thinkers, I want a nation of workers." The General Education Board's main objective was to create schools that focused on obeying authority, following rules, memorizing, not thinking, and breeding you to work 9-to-5 jobs for elite corporations. That is why we see the mundane subjects in school of things like math, English, and other subjects. And I mean, even look at our schools. They look like prison.
Why do you think I never memorized my times tables?
Okay, so obviously that's like crazy, right? Like I was like, oh wow, that's so interesting. I was looking into it. I will say the quote from John D. Rockefeller that said, "I don't want a nation of thinkers, I want a nation of workers," is not proven. It's an unproven quote. Nobody can prove that he said that, right? I want to say that. But it got me down this rabbit hole that was kind of funny of like people comparing jail to school. And it's like, it's crazy. Okay, first of all, let me just show you this video and then I'll show you more examples.
Why would you put a kid in a room behind a desk when the sun is out for their whole entire childhood? Not put them in front of water or ocean or anything that inspires them. Dim lights. If you notice, schools, jails, and hospitals all look exactly the same. Why wouldn't it be something inspiring?
When you want it the most.
So that video turned out to be an ad for a homeschool.
Good marketing.
Good. I mean, got me. But okay, so let me take you down the list of things that look the same in prison as they do in school, and it's pretty fun. Okay, and sad. And
Are we sponsored by this homeschool?
Yeah, no,
we're sponsored by jail and school.
So, authoritarian structure, both in school and in prison. A dress code, both in school and in prison. Emphasis on silence and order, both in school and in prison. Negative reinforcement, like detention.
Ooh, yeah.
Walk in lines.
Yeah, down the hall. Right? That is true.
Set times enforced for walking, eating, etc. So then there's a bunch of picture examples. So look at the food. With the little trays. Very similar to prison, right? So then I started thinking, wait a minute. This is where I was, creating little theories. I was like, what if it is the same food? Well, I asked Google, and Google said, yes. Prisons and public schools often use the same massive food service providers and distributors, such as Amaric, Cisco, and Sodexo. they often have the same.
So it's literally the same food?
Allegedly, just a theory.
I feel like I have a memory from my childhood of this, of like, we found out the elementary school is using the same food as the prison or something like that. I feel like I have a memory of that being like local news, and everyone's like, well, yeah.
I mean, then I started thinking about like recess. You know, like you're a kid and you're
out in the yard.
And then in prison you kind of get a recess, or you like get to walk around the little quad area. It's just like there is a lot of similarities. And then I was like, I wonder if The Simpsons has ever like predicted this, because they predict everything. And I literally Googled Simpsons prison and I found this.
We've got to figure something out. They've got us locked in here like prisoners.
Prisoners in our own school. Hey.
So that shot of the fucking Simpsons school being a prison is crazy. And like that to me, I don't know. Listen, once again, I'm not saying school is prison, although sometimes it feels like it, right? I'm trying to relate to the kids. But like the similarities are wild. And Jerid was onto this. I think 2 years ago he broke this down in one of our conspiracy videos.
Yeah.
Period.
I'm always right, and it's usually worse. Disclaimer. But no, I mean,
I wonder how old college is.
Well, how college?
Like,
what do you mean?
Like the idea of college?
Yeah, like how long?
Well, college is for the people that really want to get high-paying jobs, because you're going to make more money in a corporation if you have a college degree, allegedly. I don't know this for sure, but if you went to like MIT or something like that, you're probably hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt.
Right.
So they know that you're coming in having to pay off this debt, so you're going to work way harder. You're probably going to work long hours, because this job means to you paying off that debt, and if you lose it, that means that you're going to go more in debt. Where a non-college, graduate has none of that, so they're a little bit more riskier. They don't have the leverage on them of,
that makes me
so
sick.
that's what I've heard is one of the factors in paying more for college graduates.
But all this is why I almost went to Germany for school, because I have family out there, and it's just free. It's free. It's free. School is college is free.
This episode is sponsored by Germany.
Well, thank you very much. Perfect. Yeah.
German school.
Well, speaking of shit that's fucking crazy that hopefully won't get me sued because I didn't make this video, this was sent to us by Morgan and then sent to us by everyone. She was on top of this. If you have not seen this story, I don't want to give it away. Just check out the new item at Costco that everybody's talking about.
I was just at Costco and I was trying to be a cool mom, get some brownie points by treating my kids to blueberry bagels. Guess what? No cool mom here. This dietitian is not buying these blueberry bagels, and I'm going to show you why. So I picked up the blueberry bagel bag and I look at the label and it says simulated blueberry bagels. And I was like, simulated? That's weird. Luckily, the ingredients list is listed right below, so let's read through them. Flour, water, sugar. I'm okay. I'm even okay with the sugar. Okay. Next is simulated blueberries. In brackets, sugar, corn syrup, corn cereal, cornstarch, palm, I think it was olive palm oil, artificial flavor, brilliant blue FCF, Allura red. And there's no blueberries in this bagel. They simulated blueberries, basically just sugar, cornstarch, corn syrup to make fake blueberries to put in these bagels. That's a no for me. My kids will not be getting simulated blueberry bagels.
I wonder how much they are.
My God, we should have got them.
We should.
Bring out the bagels!
Can you imagine? Like, I need blueberry for this recipe. Do you know the recipe for blueberry? Yeah. Like, I just need to make blueberry real quick.
First of all, you know what? Okay. Positive.
You're standing up for Costco?
Let me give one positive before I drag them. At least they're being honest about it. It says very big on that label, simulated, which is crazy, which is fucking crazy, right? Also, imagine going to Costco and being like, hi, excuse me, where's a simulated blueberry bagels? Like, what the fuck is happening, right? At least they were up for, although this is Canada. So maybe in the U.S. they're not, allegedly. Just
maybe Canada has better like transparency food laws.
But like,
yeah, for sure.
fucking crazy, and I am
just get some
scared.
blueberries. It's not that hard.
Well, they're the same people fucking their chickens.
Okay,
I mean,
clarifying they're not fucking the chickens.
Altering their rotisserie chickens.
They put water in the chicken.
There will never be a day where I don't run into a Costco theory on my Explore page. It's fucking crazy. It's like, shout out Costco for staying relevant, I guess, because it's every day, bro.
It's a little bit when you're the biggest in your category, you're going to be brought down. There's going to be haters like me.
I don't know.
I think it's more they just got some wild shit going on.
They're making blueberries over there. I don't know. I feel like shit's getting crazy. I don't know, but just, please don't sue me. But what? Which then I want to give a positive update. So in the last episode, we talked about Reese's and how we were right and how the peanut butter cups tasted weird and different and
disgusting.
And then the grandson of Mr. Reese's whoever came out and was like, what the fuck? These taste weird. So there's an update.
Hershey's and Reese's products will soon taste a little different. According to Hershey Company, the chocolate in a small portion of the products will soon be made using its classic milk and dark chocolate recipes. Some of the impacted products include Reese's mini cups and shapes. The changes will take effect next year, and of course this comes after the grandson of Reese's creator accused Hershey of using cheaper
This is after they lied, though, and said they didn't alter the recipe. So I'm on to you, big chocolate.
This is where my brain goes, okay? Shout out to Big Chocolate first and foremost. All right? I'm good with Big Chocolate. But I believe it might have been in the 80s, maybe the 90s. I'm not exactly sure on the date. But Coca-Cola did something where they revamped their whole ingredient list. And they had Coca-Cola new formula. And they put that out into the stores, and people were outraged. They were pissed off. Everybody was talking about this disgusting new Coke that exists. And maybe like a year later or so, Coca-Cola decided to put back out Coca-Cola Classic. That's why it's called Coca-Cola Classic now. And they quadrupled their sales. So I think this could be kind of Big Chocolate taking note of Big Soda and being like, well, it worked for Coca-Cola, but now we got everybody in the world talking about how bad it is. We'll take a hit for 2 quarters.
You're blowing my mind.
Just put out some powdery chocolate, that people don't think tastes good, because we're going to let them know. But don't worry, you were right. And the one that you do want to get is now available again.
Well, you know who else just did this?
People that haven't had Reese's in forever are going to be like, I wonder if it does taste the same as when I was a kid. Or younger people are going to be like, oh, finally, give me back what I wanted, and get even more engulfed in eating probably tons more Reese's now because, they're back on the big chocolate.
Imagine how much money Coca-Cola would get if they started putting cocaine back in their
Whoa.
Think about it, Coke.
They've been invoiced for coca leaves in recent history, so you never know.
Well, I will say one thing about Big Chocolate is that a little allegedly just a theory, is that maybe they got on to a good formula for their chocolate because there's a new trend going in Big Chocolate.
Is that poop?
Never letting my baby girl eat another Cadbury bunny. Lab-grown chocolate is now a thing. Oreo, Cadbury, and Toblerone are already funding overseas biotech companies producing it because lab is cheaper than farm-grown always. My daughter got a Cadbury egg in her basket last year. I looked at the ingredients and immediately threw it away, which is exactly what you should do. That dairy milk isn't even legal chocolate in 27 countries.
So lab-grown chocolate is hitting the shelves, folks. All these big companies, I think I talked about it a while ago, that one of my theories was it's becoming harder and harder to get real chocolate. These cocoa beans with climate stuff and international issues and everything, it's just getting harder to get the supplies. And so all these companies are realized we can now grow chocolate in the lab. We can now make lab-grown chocolate. And so we're just going to start replacing that.
Okay, that's yuck. Let's just do a quick little fun food one. Okay. And I have an idea.
Bring it out.
Now, this one is stupid, but it made me laugh, and it also did kind of blow my mind a little bit. This is a theory about Lucky Charms, and I bet you have not heard this one yet.
Why do Lucky Charms look like cat food? I mean, nor the marshmallows. Just look at the cereal. No. Why does it look like that? Now, the official story is that somebody in the 1960s just cut up some circus peanuts and mixed them with some Cheerios.
Right there.
But what if there was more to the story? What if I told you they had a very expensive factory full of very expensive machinery and they didn't want to throw it away? So they said, hey, let's make a kid's cereal, but we gotta disguise it, right? So they added the marshmallows to distract us. Without them, you wouldn't eat them, but you can't, Mike.
Oh. So are we eating cat food? Is
I don't fucking know.
Or is it just made from the same machinery?
I hope that.
Yeah.
Right? But I was like, wait. And I didn't do this to you guys because, like, this would be crazy. I'm not.
You fed us cat food.
But I was thinking, like, how funny would it be if before I showed you that video, I was like, all right, guys, we're going to see if Lucky Charms still tastes the same. And if I just got cat food and put the marshmallows in it.
I wish you would have done it,
And then everybody tries it, it's like, no, it tastes the same. And I'm like, it's cat food. I didn't do it because that's crazy.
I tricked a few people into eating dog food when I was younger.
Oh my God, I remember that.
Shane's a victim.
I got punched pretty hard by one of the girls.
Wait, what was your scam? Because I remember this.
Well, I had a Ziploc baggie full of dog food, and it just looks like grape nuts. You know, like the cereal. Yeah. And one girl just asked if, what is this? Oh, it's like some healthy stuff I eat to, like, keep my hunger in check, whatever. And I gave her like a handful, and she chucked it down, and I said it was dog food, and then she punched me in the arm, and I got a pretty bad bruise.
Here's what I will say. Just like I stood up for Costco, I'm going to stand up for you here. At least
it was funny.
At least you told them. Still crazy, but
it's a long con too, because you really are like doing it for a while.
When you work at a pet store, like you think of any reason to have fun with it. That's one of them. Yeah.
So let us know, Lucky Charms. Listen, I'm a big Lucky Charms head. Love it. Let us know. Is that true? Did you guys used to be cat food, or did they are the machines they used to make cat food and then they transitioned it to cereal? Because that's fascinating. Why else would it look like cat food? And why has nobody besides this genius ever said that?
He did it in such a good way too, where I believed him. So he's like,
100%.
Big expensive thing. So why is this? Like, oh yeah, why is that?
I think if you put "Why does Lucky Charms look like cat food" on a shirt, that'd be a good seller. That's a very high engager right there. Like,
you do? You think it's a high seller?
Like, I think people would be. Well, I'd like it.
Sell it on BigDicks.com.
Again, that's not the website.
Oh my God, we're back. But wait a minute. What does that sound? Oh, it sounds so horrible and not good quality. And what is that? I wish I had my RAYCON so that everything would sound crisp and clear. And I could just go into isolation mode, or I could go into awareness mode because I love you boys. There's so many different options. That's right. This message is sponsored by RAYCON. If you don't know already, Mother's Day is coming. It is approaching very fast, and I know your mom is out there knocking on your door. What are you going to get me for Mother's Day? How are you going to show me you love me? What are we going to do? I mean, you could give them a hug, but you know what they want even more than that?
RAYCON.
Drown out the noise of your dad.
Yes, that's right. RAYCON's essential open earbuds are the best gift ever for your mom. Not only is the sound quality amazing, and they're so affordable. You could literally get 2 pairs for the cost of one of the other brands. But these sit just outside of your ear canal, so you get really clear sound. But you can actually hear what's happening around you. The awareness is perfect. You can wear them at the gym, on walks. I mean, when you're out there walking the dogs, as a lot of moms do, you want to be able to hear what's going on around you for safety.
Yeah, I'm afraid of the rattlesnakes, so this is key.
And they don't fall out of your ears. They're very comfortable, and they're monochromatic. So you can see, like, what's your mom's favorite color, and you can pick the RAYCONs based on that. RAYCON has over 3 million customers, and sound quality is just as good, if not better, than the expensive brands. And if you don't like them, they have a 30-day guarantee. Plus, they have 36 hours of battery life. That's 8 hours of playtime and 36 hours of battery with the charging case. I love my RAYCONs. I love the fact that I can sweat my brains out, which is what I do when I'm hitting the pad. Ew, that was weird. The walking pad.
He's always hitting the pad.
Always. So to celebrate the moms in your life, go to buyraycon.com/groweropen to get 15% off the essential open earbuds. That's buyraycon.com/groweropen. Thank you so much, RAYCON, for sponsoring this episode. Guys, we talk about a lot of theories on this show that could make you sick to your stomach. But you know what could make you even more sick to your stomach?
Mayonnaise.
Interesting. I love mayonnaise. But I see where you're going with that.
Yeah.
And I'm happy you kicked off that conversation.
Kick off.
Because nothing makes my stomach sicker than thinking about the time when I was in my 20s and I was trying to apply for an apartment and they ran my credit and there was an issue and I couldn't get the apartment, and I'm not even kidding. I was devastated. I was so sad. And unfortunately, back then, KIKOFF wasn't around to help me out because KIKOFF helps you build your credit fast. Let me explain if you don't know what KIKOFF is. KIKOFF helps you build your credit fast, and it is so easy to use. Users with credit under 600 grew an average of 86 points just by paying on time. It's very easy. You make on-time payments, credit bureaus see it as good behavior, and your credit can grow fast. Plus, they have a feature called the rent reporting feature, and that helps you build credit with the rent that you already pay. And every positive on-time rent payment gets reported to help boost your credit. So you can sign up on your phone in minutes. It's super easy. There's no credit check, no hidden fees, and no interest. And they have over 1 million users and hundreds of thousands of positive reviews. And that's why KIKOFF is the #1 credit builder on the App Store. So they're giving you guys a very special discount. All you got to do is go to getkikoff.com/grower, and you can get your first month for as little as $1. That's 80% off the normal price. And all you got to do is go to getkikoff.com/grower. That's getkikoff.com/grower. Must sign up via getkikoff.com/grower to activate offer. Offer applies to new KIKOFF customers first month only. Subject to approval. Offer subject to change. Average first year credit score impact of plus 86 points between August 2024 and August 2025 for KIKOFF credit account users who started with a score below 600, who paid on time, and who had no delinquencies or collections added to their credit profile during the period. Late payments may negatively impact your credit score. Individual results may vary. All right, enjoy the rest of the show. All right, you're never going to believe this, but this next theory was submitted by Ryland. Whoa! I know.
Oh, yes.
I will say, though, he sent me a link and he goes, I don't know what this is. I didn't watch it. But it's a conspiracy and it was on my timeline. So this is the pink and blue conspiracy in pop music. And you know I love my color theory when it comes to pop music. We've talked about it before. The hair theory was like a few years ago where we talked about the fact that if you want to blow up as a singer, you want to be the biggest pop star in the world, you pick a specific hair color and then it happens. And it happened with so many different people. Then it was like, well, just pick a color in general. Olivia Rodrigo picked purple, and then Taylor Swift picked red, or orange and blue in the last one, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you pick a color and then you blow up. Well, this new theory is how to blow up as a female pop star.
Guys, there is a pink and blue conspiracy in pop music. This color combo keeps popping up for all of the major pop divas. The pinks range from soft to confident, and the blues range from being safe to being an authority figure. So naturally, we can graph where an album is on the soft versus confident spectrum, and then do the same thing on the safe to authoritative spectrum. So first thing I did was graph all of the albums on their pink scale, and then I did the blues. And that's when I started to see patterns. These are the soft and safe albums. This is soft girl but in charge. This is confident and in charge. And this is confident and safe. And that helped me find a bunch of instances where different artists use the same colors for similar emotional purposes. Pink and blue keeps popping up because it's the easiest way for an artist to immediately establish themselves as both feminine and trustworthy.
Okay, so I instantly was like, wait a minute. Feminine and trustworthy. That makes so much sense, especially in pop music, right? When your target demographic is young girls and you're like, how do I appeal to them in an album image so that they trust me and also know that I'm a girl's girl? Like, how do I do that? So then I literally searched pink and blue album covers, and the first one I found, Pink, Trustfall. Literally trust is in the word. I love pink, by the way, but like trust, that was so funny to me because it's like the pink, the blue. Well, Olivia Rodrigo was one of the biggest color theory conspiracies because she chose purple and she really went with it, right? Well, now she's on her third album and she's like, okay, how am I gonna appeal to the audience? How am I gonna switch it up? Her next album cover, light pink and light blue. Wow. Then I started thinking, well, what if there's an even bigger theory to this? I agree with her. It's about the feminine and the safe. And then I was like, but what does light pink and light blue remind me of? That reminds me of childhood. That's nostalgic. And nostalgia is the biggest seller of everything, of movies. That's why they remake movies, of candy. That's why they always do throwbacks, like whatever. Nostalgia is huge. Childhood. So then I searched like pink and blue album covers nostalgic. And then, one of the biggest pop albums of all time, Dua Lipa, and it's pink and blue, and her album's called Future Nostalgia. What the hell? Where the whole concept of her album was taking old songs and like sampling them in every one of her songs to remind you of the songs you loved when you were a kid. And I was like, whoa, like
Did you wear a pink and blue shirt on purpose?
No!
Whoa.
I'm gonna throw up.
The exact colors. Like the exact
exact same.
I'm sick.
Oh my God, what are you trying to project?
Nostalgia.
You can trust him. These are just theories.
Oh my God.
He doesn't believe them until they're true 2 years later, and then it's told you so.
Whoa. So yeah, let us know. Have you noticed any other albums that are pink and blue? And like, did they make you feel like you trust them? Okay, well, speaking of not being able to trust anyone, although I trust all those pop divas, this is a clip about news anchors. And this led me down a real crazy rabbit hole, but we'll start here.
So if you talk to your parents, every news anchor that they remember from their childhood, there's like a 90% chance that was a actual CIA operative. And this is documented, released documents. Guys like Walter Cronkite, like one of the most famous news anchors of all time, working for the CIA.
Really?
To engineer reality. And they're in the business of engineering reality. And you just have to understand that so much of our reality is engineered. It doesn't mean you walk around like a schizophrenic thinking that everything's out to get you, everybody's targeting you. It just means like you see something happen on the news, you see something happen in your life, and you just have one word. Just memorize this one word when you anybody listening, when you hear that stuff or see that stuff. Maybe. Maybe. They say, oh, this happened today because of this one thing. Maybe. Just maybe. You don't have to say there's some global cabal and like I need to drill down to the end and go break into...
Cut to Ryland being like, why didn't you do the dishes? I'm like, maybe. Okay, so this was interesting because once again, I don't know if any of that is true. I was looking into it. We've talked about this before where like there has been instances where the news has been caught like scripting things or, you know,
for sure,
setting things up or whatever. But do you guys remember in 2018, there was this clip that went viral and it was where all the news stations started kind of saying the same script. If you don't remember, here it is.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our
Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities, Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But we are concerned about trouble and one-sided news stories plaguing our country.
Okay.
What?
Crazy, right?
Video.
So there was an update about this. Well, first of all, what happened was this big news organization, the largest owner of local television stations in the U.S., directed all of its news anchors in 2018 to deliver the same scripted message, which was about, you know, false news and the spread of false news and not to trust false news and things like that. So they sent out the same script to all the news stations that they owned to say the same script. So that's why they did that, right? So then I guess they did it again.
Today, Sinclair Broadcast Group was caught again with dozens of local anchors again reading the same script. The newsletter's public notice and popular information first brought attention to the copycat newscasts, which featured a script you might say has a very clear conservative agenda.
The Wall Street Journal calling into question the mental fitness of President Joe Biden.
The Wall Street Journal is out with reporting calling into question the mental fitness of President Joe Biden.
As national correspondent Matt Galka tells us, the issue could be an election decider.
The issue could be an election decider.
That's crazy.
So, okay, I pulled those clips, right? I was like, oh yeah, we'll do an update. We'll talk about this. Then totally unrelated, I moved on to my next theory I was going to research, which is about your car listening to you and watching you. And I was like falling down that rabbit hole. So first I click on this news clip.
If you bought a new car in the last 5 years, you may be sharing more than just the road. A new Consumer Reports investigation reveals that automakers could be tracking and selling your driving data, often without you even knowing.
Okay, so I was watching that clip and I was like, oh wow, that's so scary. That's crazy. Oh, and then on my sidebar on YouTube, I saw this other news clip and I was like, oh, it's another state. It's another news.
If you bought a new car in the last 5 years, you might be sharing more than just the road. A new Consumer Reports investigation reveals that automakers could be tracking and selling your driving data, often without you even knowing it.
That new car of yours is
That's so weird.
I was like, like it's still happening. It freaked me out. So I don't know if they're owned by what, I don't know, but that was just crazy to me that I'm like, wow, you see a news story and you're like,
but why would you make more than one news publication say the exact same thing? To me, it makes it all feel
because it's
weird
all content. they're just filling up space. Like, I remember when the fires were happening, which was like the most traumatic, scariest thing ever. Yeah. The news turned it into like the Super Bowl.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It really kept dragging it on. Dragging, like, after it was like kind of contained, it was like, you're still in danger. They want you to feel like, whoa, I'm in danger. I need to watch the news. I need to
come back after the break to see where the fire's going to hit next. Yeah. And then if you watch the movie Nightcrawler, which is really good, you should watch it. But Jake Gyllenhaal plays, where he goes out and tries to film things for the news, but like he starts staging things for the news and being a part of the crime scene to get footage for the news, and the news station's like, great, love it. Like it is very, very fascinating what the news like.
It is interesting, especially now also with like, it's like, I think more and more people are like, I think they realize that's like control, like
just a way to get your message out.
We all know, but
well, speaking of the rabbit hole I was starting to fall down, and then I got distracted, which was that your cars are all listening and watching you, which we actually did talk about, I think, in that 2024 video. But basically, a lot of car companies, when you buy the car, if there's like an electronic anything in your car, like a media center or like a screen, or if you've noticed, a lot of cars now have those screens. The theory is that you are accepting a lot of terms and conditions, and they are tracking everything you're doing and every song you're listening to and every like tiny little turn you make, and like everything is allegedly being tracked the second that you step off the lot. So that is a theory. Then I started going down the rabbit hole about, I was like, well, okay, if all the car companies are collecting all this data, like, okay, that's crazy, but didn't one of the car companies get in trouble for like
it's like sex something?
It was
sex.
Yeah, they were tracking all their health data, which included how often they had sex, when they had sex, because it had access to all your texts.
Stop it.
Yeah, so it would take all your texts and it could scan all your stuff.
But we never text about having sex. That would be weird. Did it?
That would be weird. Yeah, like Jack.
I don't think that's what it was. Hey, we had sex, just to confirm.
Was it listening, or was it like car sex specific?
No, it was like going into your, like whenever you plug your phone in, and it's like, you've accepted that they can look through your phone.
So then I started thinking, okay, well, what about people who just like Uber everywhere, or like what about people who don't have cars, or like, how are they being tracked? Then I started falling down the Waymo rabbit hole. I have never been in one of these. I can't do it. I'm too scared, mainly because of my car sickness. It's like way too chaotic.
Yeah, right, yeah.
But have you seen all the videos of what the fuck is happening with these Waymos? Yeah. Have you seen these?
No.
It's crazy.
I mean, I see them in the wild, but...
just watch a few of
What are Waymos doing?
Waymo than they should be.
We need way less on the road.
Safety concerns at this railroad crossing for a driverless Waymo vehicle in Austin, Texas. The car stopped between the safety arm and the tracks just as that train passed. Waymo says there was no passenger in the car. Company says its vehicles have crossed that location hundreds of times without incident, but says it will now review that location. Waymo has insisted its self-driving cars are safer than human drivers, despite recent incidents making headlines.
Okay, can I just say this? Waymo, don't come for me. I don't want a lawsuit. But I will say it's funny to compare it to like human drivers when like, there's a lot of crazy human drivers. They're like, but we're not as bad as the worst humans ever.
Well, I think the whole
crash
thing
all the
is
time.
like, the campaign is, we're not distracted. You are.
Yeah.
Like, computers aren't distracted.
But also this.
It's with Waymo. How can I help?
Hi, the car went into a prohibited lane and it's wanting to turn left, but we need to go straight.
Oh no, I'm really sorry for this inconvenience. I already have this escalated to one of our specialists.
Some company talk.
We will have our specialist working in the background, or they may soon join the call. I'm really sorry.
God, we're gonna die.
Let me. The specialist is already.
Oh my God!
Stop the car.
I'm never riding that child again.
Oh my God!
Wow. Imagine the last thing you hear is some like corporate like, let me escalate that to our.
Oh my God!
It's like the last thing you hear.
Oh my God! So then I saw this.
So I just found out that Waymos are driven by people in the Philippines, and I can't get over it. Obviously, we know that Waymos are self-automated, but when a Waymo is in a situation where they don't know what to do, basically their controls are sent to people in the Philippines that navigate them out of those sticky situations. I can't help but picture people out there being like, all right, I'm gonna make some money. I'm gonna play Waymo now. It's like GTA, but instead of the regular characters, it's just tech bros in SF.
This happened to me.
Really?
First time I took a Waymo, it got stuck for like 20 minutes in a parking lot. We had to call
You
assistant.
didn't bail?
No, because we had to go. We were late. It was like we just got in. It drove the wrong way. It drove behind a building into some random parking lot, and then it kept going.
Oh my god!
We were like, "Hey, we're stuck," and then it was like the same kind of thing. Okay, we'll figure that out for you. And then clearly a human took over, it drove us out of the parking lot, and then it started doing it.
The autonomous vehicle company Waymo is facing some criticism. Waymo's safety officer said if they get into a sticky situation, agents are located in the U.S. and in the Philippines to help. Some lawmakers said having remote operators from outside the U.S. could be a safety issue.
So then I started thinking, okay, well, what's a theory? Why are Waymos taking over? Why is everybody wanting us to have self-driving cars? Like, why is this such a thing? We've talked about it a little bit in the past, but the one that Jerid has brought up before that I wanted to circle back to was the idea of a kill switch, that all the cars that are self-driving, allegedly just a theory, might have a kill switch. And that is something that could be really bad if the wrong people were in control of that.
Yeah, I mean, a kill switch definitely makes sense, but also I think maybe even it was something we mentioned a couple episodes back is like it all feels like everything is kind of gearing towards something we've been talking about since the jump, but this alien invasion that they have planned. I mean, let's just kind of think everything is leaning towards that. But I think you had mentioned that if all the cars stop, that would be very reminiscent of a moment in a movie where like something comes into our atmosphere that just takes up so much energy field that nothing else can exist within its range, and then everything would just go black, cars would stop. It would feel pretty sketchy. Imagine just being on the freeway and every car stops, including yours.
The outage created driving chaos on the streets as traffic lights were down throughout the city, and Waymo's self-driving cars were put on pause by the company after the autonomous vehicles were baffled by the lack of traffic lights.
Imagine being the only car that didn't stop, though, you know? That would be kind of weird, too, but...
Okay, that's terrifying. This is not a theory. This is just something along the lines of like Uber and crazy things that have happened. So in 2016, Uber drivers in China found a loophole that basically would get them paid to do nothing. They would set creepy profile pictures and unsettling names so that passengers would get spooked out and cancel the trip. That way they would collect the cancellation fee without ever having to leave the parking spot. So look at some of these
I'm gonna use Palm Beach Pete.
Like, look at some of these profile pictures.
Just trying to look as.
Oh my god.
Like, whoa. Okay, look at this one.
That's like the girl from The Ring.
Literally. And then like this, like, what? Like, what? That, I mean...
Good for you.
That's human beings using their wild intelligence to scam the system. At least they're not using AI.
The only problem is when somebody doesn't cancel, and then you're obligated to still.
And then they just like, you're a freak.
And then they show up and they're like, "Oh, you don't look like
so
your picture."
normal.
Yeah, you look pretty good, actually.
You're like, "Well, I was trying to scam you, so could you please cancel this ride?"
Wow. Okay, Spencer. Speaking of none of that, or maybe kind of a little bit, you said you had a little rabbit hole about the CIA doing something pretty crazy.
Do you guys see in the news in the like Iran war stuff how there was like a pilot that like crashed in Iran and there was this crazy rescue mission to like capture him? I don't know if you guys saw any of that. So this American pilot crashed in like the mountains of Iran and he was stuck there and they had to like rescue him before he got killed or anything like that. And so the way they found him is they revealed this tool the CIA has, which is just like, obviously they have a lot of hidden technology, but it's just interesting to see like when they have to use it, like how it comes out. And it's called the Ghost Murmur, and they have this technology, I don't really know how it works, that the Ghost Murmur can hear the guy's heartbeat from miles away. They have this technology to hear the heartbeat, and they have this profile on the guy so they know exactly like the unique specification of his heart rate.
What?
And so they found him. He was hidden in a cave in the mountains in like the middle of nowhere, and they like were scanning the area and they found his specific heartbeat because they could hear it. And it just like, there's no other rabbit hole to go down because it's like top secret information. But it was just really interesting to me of just like, what is, like they're taking all this data on us. Like we're always like, well, what are they going to use it for, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, that's how far it can go. Whoa, it's like they can know your exact heartbeat. They can find you anywhere. They can do this. They can like, but it brings up the Luigi Mangione thing and how they're like, wait, so you found him just off of a guy recognizing him somehow, allegedly with like just the mask on, just from his eyes? And it's like, no, I think they were tracking him illegally in some way. Allegedly, theory.
That's all Spencer. Well, speaking of that, Jerid. So break this down, because Spencer was telling me about this. I've seen this everywhere, but I really want to understand what's actually happening and what's not a theory, because Spencer was saying this is like all over the
This is
news
a thing.
too.
Chris was even saying, I had a thing about, but do you want to play your video to get into it as a scientist?
So this is just kind of, let's gradually get to the peak of this theory. But I found this video and I found it very interesting, and you'll see why. But it basically goes over products that were created that got taken off the shelf or were made to cease production, and see what kind of products these are and see maybe why people wouldn't want them out there.
Products that got discontinued for solving the problem. Number 1, the Forever flashlight. In 2002, Applied Innovative Technologies introduced a flashlight that needed no batteries. You shook it to generate power using electromagnetic induction. No replacements, no waste. After early success, the company faced sudden supply and manufacturing problems. The patent was sold. The product vanished. The idea worked. The business model didn't. Number 2, the indestructible charging cable. In 2014, Fuse Chicken created a steel-armored phone cable built to survive extreme bending and stress. It came with a lifetime warranty. Most cables fail at the connector. This one didn't. Retailers slowly stopped stocking it. The cable industry relies on frequent replacements. A cable that never breaks threatens that cycle. Number 3, lifetime mufflers. In the 1950s,
and you could probably pause at this one, but basically the last one is a company was selling lifetime mufflers for cars. But within like 8 years of them being on the market, all the auto mechanics took them off the shelf because they rely on repeat business. Wow. But the whole thing is, like, there's a gentleman and his name was Stanley Meyer. And in 1998, and I think we may have talked about this before, but he created a car which the engine ran strictly on water.
He has developed what's called a water fuel cell. The Pentagon flew a lieutenant colonel in last week to look at Meyer's invention. There's talk of possibly using it in the Star Wars defense program and to run army tanks.
So this was going to be like a huge blow to the oil companies, to everyone that basically supplies the capabilities for cars to run off of gasoline. So he was called by a company and like, hey, we're like super interested in this patent, because he had a bunch of patents across multiple industries, but they're like, we really like this one. We want to meet with you. So let's go out to dinner. So they take him out to dinner, and he was found dead outside of the restaurant. What? But he had a note on him, allegedly, that said, they poisoned me and it's because of what I'm doing to revolutionize the car world. So he went in there with that note thinking there's a very big possibility that these people just want me out and they're going to try to do something to me. And once he realized that, he walked out just enough to get his note out there and like have it be read. But it's crazy because I think there's like a system where they find somebody and then they see, could we use this person as an asset? Do we need to get rid of this person? Or can we give this person an alternative? And Spencer had texted me about how a bunch of scientists recently have gone missing, and if I knew anything about that. And I heard a little bit about it, but I started doing more research. And it's very interesting because since 2023, 9 scientists have gone missing. And the first one in 2023, he worked for something called the Jet Propulsion Laboratory for NASA. And then there was, most of them. Then the next guy, his name is Frank Waywald. He worked for the same exact laboratory. He was actually a co-worker of the first guy, who was Michael David Hicks, that passed away. And it was very mysterious. Like, he's a pretty healthy guy at 59 and he just suddenly dies. But the one that really, out of the 9, I believe 7 of them work for NASA. The other 2 work for Los Alamos. But this one lady, this happened in 2025. Her name was Monica Rizza, but she was just walking in the Angelos forest with 30 people, mind you. But the last time she was actually seen, she was waving at a friend that was 30 feet away, and the friend looked back and she was completely gone. And this happened in Angelos National Forest. It was very close to a highway, and they deemed it as it must have been accidental, terrain incident where she fell off a cliff or something. But they researched the cliff she was next to. It wouldn't have been fatal if she fell off of it. And she's never been seen again. And this just keeps happening over and over, whether people are dying, whether people are going missing. I mean, the last one was actually a guy that was doing like cancer research, and his body was found, and he was part of like JPL, and this just happened literally a month ago. So he's the last in the string of disappearances. But it's just like a wild thing, and it has been on the news a lot. Yeah. Like the lady that I just told you about, she went missing. It was in June of 2025. And then like 8 months later, the general in charge that was funding her project went missing. So
that was the one that really like broke it open.
So it's kind of like, why are all these people going missing? Do they know something that they shouldn't know? Do they possess something that other people want? Or are they just so valuable for us that it makes them dangerous for somebody else for us to have them on our team, you know?
Wow.
But it's a lot to think about.
That's terrifying. Wow.
Be careful out there.
Just to end this episode on a light note, I guess.
A light blue and light pink note.
Thank you.
Wow.
Have you guys heard of DoorDash's brand new standalone app called Tasks?
No.
This is not sponsored by Tasks, but let me tell you about it. Instead of paying Dashers to drop off your food, they started paying Dashers to strap on a body camera and film themselves doing their everyday household chores.
Oh, what in the Pokemon Go?
Things like hand washing dishes to loading the dishwasher, folding laundry, recording unscripted everyday conversations in different languages. So why are they doing this? Well, the AI and robotics industry is starving for high-quality, real-life data. So tech giants need massive amounts of first-person video to teach the next generation of humanoid robots and AI systems how to understand complex daily tasks. So rather than building a data collection team from scratch, DoorDash realized they already have a network of 8 million independent contractors across the U.S. So now, if you want to join Tasks, you strap a camera to you and just do everyday chores.
Very cool.
But to me, it's interesting because, like, yeah, in the right now, you know, any job is good. Like, you know, people need jobs, but also you're just training the AI and the robots to take this job very soon.
There are so many people doing that right now. It's like, guys, don't do that.
Yeah.
Stop.
I don't know. I just thought that was next level. Like,
that is crazy.
I don't know why we keep going towards the humanoid robots, because I keep seeing videos of them like freaking out and like trying to kill someone in a restaurant. Like, have you seen
I
these?
think that we saw the same video and everyone's laughing like, ha ha ha.
As they're trying to like
Yeah,
shut it
as
down
it's
and
like,
they can't, and it's like there keeps being more and more videos of them like getting violent and flipping out, and I'm like, and we want to make more of these.
No, combining AI with the robots is truly the end of us.
Truly. Thank you.
Well, that was supposed to be light, but listen, I think that we're going to be fine.
We have to end every episode like that.
And disclaimer, that is just a theory. Well, there you guys go. Hopefully you enjoyed whatever the hell this was. Let us know in the comments. Are you enjoying this new format? Do you like it? Do you miss the old format? Do you want us to bring in a game every once in a while? We could do that. I do like this table. Like, I enjoy sitting here. I feel like we're closer. I do think we could incorporate some like snack testing or conspiracy kitchen vibes, or maybe some games. Let us know in the comments. What do you want us to incorporate? What are you enjoying about this new vibe of the show? And yeah, thank you guys so much for your support on this revamp. I'm so excited. It's been so fun to plan these episodes, to film them, to fall down the rabbit holes together. Yeah, and also if you want to check out the Patreon, no pressure, but use code GROWER to get the first month for $4.99. And we have 2 extra podcasts, Office Party podcast a month. We have 1 to 2 vlogs a month, an episode of a docuseries. So check it out. And we also have a conspiracy chat over there, which we're always in there, you know, talking about different theories and stuff. And hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Stay safe out there.
Stay away from robots.
And cars.
Robotic cars.
And Ryland. Oh, he's driving.
Stay away from me for sure. I crashed the shit out of Shane's car last week.
Bye.
Bye.